So this is Brookside Academy, and we are going to do a lesson in mathematics. And in our school, we use variety of books, different types of books, but they are mathematics. So we have different authors that we're going to see right now. The first author is Kiando Publisher. It's a book that we use as teachers, but our pupils uses Bantu Digital. That's what they use. A teacher also use Kireri Adamson. Another one is Mathematics with Activities Pupils Book 4, TAI. These 4 books are always used in our school, and that is why sometimes we always don't give work in a textbook, but we give variety of exercise. Today, our lesson is going to dwell in division. That is class 4-1. The division we're going to talk about, it is from the introduction of the word division. What is division? That is mathematics class 4. Mathematics. Today is 9th April 2020. Title is Division. Class 4. The syllabus I'm going to talk through is a syllabus, a Tanzanian syllabus that was reviewed in 2016. So let's see what a division is. Division, the word division, we can paraphrase it in many different kinds or different types of explanations. One, we can say division is an action of separating something or distributing into parts. Separating something or distributing into parts. For example, on my desk here, I have different books, and I have 2 pupils. One on my left and the other one on my right. I want to distribute these books. How many books are there? We'll come together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. These 12 books are going to be divided into 2 parts. That is, we are going to give 2 pupils equal parts. Now let's see. Number 1, pupil number 1 will get the first book. Number 2, another book. Pupil number 1 again, another book. Pupil number 2, another book. Pupil number 1 again, another book. Pupil number 2, another book. Remember, we are distributing 12 books to 2 pupils. Another pupil, number 2, number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2, I've distributed or I've divided 12 books to 2 pupils. One on my left hand side, another one on my right hand side. This comes now. We want to see how many books do each have. Let's see. Pupil number 1, which is on my left hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pupil number 1 has 6 books. Let's see pupil number 2 on my right hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This means that these 2 pupils each will get 12 books. Now, what have I done? I have separated these 12 books into 2 groups. I have divided these 12 books into 2 groups. I have distributed these books into 2 equal groups, whereby the first one has 6, and the one is having 6. When you add these things together, you will get 12 books. Now, that is what we call the introduction. What is division? Division is an action of separating something or items or distributing them into the number which we have given. Let's see. So we can say that division Division. Division is the action. Is the action of separating or distributing items or something into equal parts. That is division. Is the action of separating or distributing items or something into equal parts. Why do we say equal parts? Remember, we are having 12 books, and these 12 books we have distributed them into 2 equal parts. Hereby, a pupil on the right hand side has 12 books, and a pupil on the left hand side has 6 books, and a pupil on the left hand side has 6 books. So we have done an action of separating the books, or an action of distributing 12 books into 2 equal parts. These are items. For example, a pupil, you are given something like bread. A bread with 24 slices. 24 slices. A bread has 24 slices. These 24 slices, you want to distribute these 24 slices into maybe to 2 pupils. 24 slices to 2 people. A bread is an item, but inside the item we have 24 items. Let's see. 24 items, when one distributed to 2 people, you find that each pupil we must get 12. We are going to see that. Now, in division, there's something we call signs. We have signs in division. Now, in our level of class 4, in primary 4, we are going to talk about 2 types of signs that are used in division. Number 1, we have division signs. Division signs. Division signs. Division signs. We have a sign like this. And then we have the second sign. It is like this. That's another sign. So this one goes short sign of division, and this one we say long sign of division. This is under class primary 4. But when we move ahead, you'll find different others like subtraction and other things. But today we are going to talk about only division signs, which are only in the first one, short one, and the longer one. So let's see. In division, we have parts of division. Remember, we said that division is an act of separating an object into different parts, or it is an act of distributing items given into equal parts according to the number that you are given. Let's see. Part 2. Parts of division. 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 In part of division, always we have 3 parts of division at this level that I want to talk about in primary 4. But remember, in sometimes we say there are 4. But I don't want to talk about the 4th one. I only want to talk about the 3 parts of division. The first part of division is called dividends. The second part of division is called divisor. The third part, this is the last part of division at this moment, is called quotient. Now let's see. Parts of division. The parts of division, in this case, we can say in this case there are 3 parts of division. There are 3 parts of division. There are 3 parts of division. Which parts are this? Number 1, we have something called dividends. Dividend. dividend. That's the first one, which is always bigger than any number in a division. It is always bigger than any number in a division. Dividend. Then there's the second part, which is called divisor. Divisor. The third one is called quotient. Quotient. The third one is called quotient. Now, we want to see how these things work. Remember, we started by saying division is the action of separating or distributing items or something into equal parts. Then we say we have two signs, which is short one and long one. Then now we are in parts of division, where we say that there are three parts of division according to our level. Remember I said before that we have like 4 parts of division, but that one we're going to see later on. But today we want to say about division with 3 parts. Division with 3 parts. Division with 3 parts. The division with the 3 parts. Let's see how they are arranged. How these parts are these 3 parts of division are arranged. How these 3 parts of division are arranged. Let's see. I'm going to give an example. For example, you are given 72 divided by, I'm going to use the short sign of division. 72 divided by 6 is equals to 12. We are going to come and see how this 12 comes, or how we get 12. But for now, let us first get how these arrangements of 3 parts of division are placed. Let's see. Now, you can ask yourself, where is dividend now? Is it 72? Is it 6? Is it 12? Where is dividend? Is it 72? Is it 6? Is it 12? On this case, we say dividend is a bigger number in a division. Dividend is a bigger number in a division. For example, number 1. Number is bigger between 72, 6, and 12. You find that 72 is bigger than 6, 72 is bigger than 12. So, the dividend is the one that is bigger, and it is the number that is going to be divided. It is the number that is going to be divided. You can call it in another part, you can say that it is an item, or it is the item that is going to be subdivided into 6 parts. Now, dividend becomes 6. You see, dividend. That is 6 is called, no, 72 is dividend. 72 is dividend. Then 6 is divisor. 6 is divisor. Then 12 is now the quotient. 12 is the quotient. In other way, we can say 12 is the answer. Now, the answer in division, in this term, we call it the quotient. The quotient. Then, the divisor is the number that is dividing the dividend, or the number that is dividing the item. For example, we said before that I was having 12 books, and these 12 books, I subdivided them into 2 parts, whereby one on my left, we had 6 books, on my right, we had 6 books. So 12 books, I've subdivided them into 2 equal parts. Now that's what I'm saying. Now in this case, it is the same as these books are these 72. They're the items, and they're going to be divided by 6. And get this one. So the dividends are always this bigger item. Then we have another number here, then the answer. We proceed up to there. Don't forget that you are in division. Don't forget that you are in division. These things always confuse people in different ways. And always you know that in division, it is going co-relative with something called multiplication table, addition, subtraction. These things are related and they are friends. They are related in each in the way, one way or the other. But we're going to see how they work. Now, the arrangement, let's see arrangement in long form. For example, we get 72. 72. In long form, 72. 72 divided by 6 is equals to 12. So you find that the dividend comes inside, divisor comes outside, then quotient becomes on top of 12, or on top of 72. I'm repeating that. Dividend, which you find in the short way here, becomes in the inside. Then divisor becomes outside. Then the quotient comes up. That is the arrangement in long form in division. Now let's see. We say that 72 is dividend. 6 is divisor. Then 12 is the quotient. 12 is the quotient. Now, we want to see quotient, dividend, and divisor. Which one is big? We find that dividend is bigger than divisor, at the same time bigger than quotient. But quotient and divisor, one can be big and that one can be small. They vary. But always dividend is bigger than divisor and bigger than quotient. Always dividend is bigger than divisor and bigger than quotient in our step in primary 4. Now let's see. This means that dividend comes in, then divisor outside on the left of the division sign, which whereby the division sign is this one. So we say that dividend comes inside and divisor comes on the left side of what? Of the sign of division. Then the quotient on top, as I said it before. So once see some of the examples that we are going to use examples to show how to calculate division. How to calculate this one division. So dividing 2 digits number by 1 digit without remainder. Dividing 2 digit number. Dividing 2 digit number. Dividing 2 digit number. Dividing 2 digit numbers by 1 digit number. By 1 digit number. Without remainder. Without remainder. Dividing 2 digit numbers by 1 digit number without a remainder. Example, let's some examples here. Example. Mark, you know that we are also going to discuss on how division is related to subtraction, division is related to multiplication. Don't forget about that. Let's proceed. We say, work out the following. Work out the following division carefully. Work out the division, the following division correctly. Let's see, question number 1. We'll add, make sure that you already work very well. Question, working space, and answer. Question, working space, and answer. Question, working space, and answer. We are given number 1, example number 1. They are saying 24 divided by 3. We say that we are going to see how to divide divide 24 by 3. So we say that in this case we are given 24 as the dividend and we are given 3 as the divisor. So how is this divisor going to work with the dividend? To get the equation, let's see. In this connection, for you to get the quotient, you must know table 3. whereby you say that table 3, 1 times 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 1 is 3. But now, there's another way of doing this. Look now. We want first draw table 3. And when we want to do table 3, make sure that your table goes start from 0 up to 9. From 0 up to 9. Let's see example. The example is as follows. I'm going to do table 3 here. I'm going to draw table 3. I'm going to draw table 3. I'm going to draw table 3. That is a short table. Now it is table 3. 3 times 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, lastly 9. I told that you must add from 0 up to 9. Don't go up to 10. You will get your own answers if you go to 10. Now, how are now division related to multiplication? You must know table 3. And that's what we are going to make. And how is division related to addition? Look, we start. 3 times 0 is 0. Any number multiplied by 0 is always 0. Now, after getting that, how can we proceed? Now, let's see how these things are related. 3 plus 0 will give us here. So, how can we do it? 3 plus 0 is equals to 3. You see? For example, you know that 3 times